Welcome to the Did They Really Just Say That podcast with Chris and Dave. Two firefighters close to retirement telling stories full of comedy, adventure, bragging, and bullshit.
How do you live with yourself? It's not easy.
Discuss anything and everything in this delicious conversational guacamole prepared just for you at the Avocado Studio.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Did They Really Just Say That podcast with Chris and Dave. I'm Chris.
Hi, I'm Dave.
That's very sensual.
We are in a sensual mood, you and I.
It's a very sensual thing.
There's just something about us today.
We ought to have pastrami.
Brian's not here.
Brian is not here.
That's good.
Do you know why we should have pastrami?
It is essential. It is the most sensual of all erotic,
salted
cured meats.
Yes. Cheers. Love you, buddy.
Love you too. How was
Episode?
your day? 83.
You had to look?
Yeah.
Episode
I can't even read my own
83.
83. Scratchy scratch, 83. Boom.
So my day was pretty damn busy. Started pretty damn early. I had to. We had a great event today at the Fire Administration Center. The National Weather Service came down, and they gave a class on, or a flood workshop on the Rio Grande flooding.
Yeah.
And we had 50 people there, which is amazing. People from almost every organization, from the different departments in the city to the school. The LCC police was there. The colleges were represented. The state was there. Border Patrol was there. TxDOT, everybody was there. Man, we had a great time, and the class lasted from 9 until 3.
Yikes.
We gave them sweet bread and coffee in the morning, fed them Jimmy John's, and I got a nice little box from Jimmy John's, had a sub in it, a pickle, a cookie, and a bag of chips.
Yikes.
All that in a bag of chips.
And what did you drink?
I had a tea.
Oh.
The most sensual of
all erotic teas.
Of all non-carbonated beverages.
I just pictured in my cartoon brain when you said everybody was represented at that meeting, like a snapping turtle just sitting on the chair like this.
What the hell would a snapping turtle be in there?
Well, there's a lot of them in the rivers.
They're very violent.
Yes, and then an alligator just kind of sitting next to you.
Throwing papers at each other.
Yeah. And a big dumb bird.
A big dumb bird?
Yeah.
I love big dumb birds.
And one illegal immigrant.
And one illegal immigrant.
I deserve to be here. This is my road in.
All the way for you, buddy.
I need to be here to represent all of our illegal alien brothers and sisters.
There you go.
Which, by the way, is what? It's picking up? It is picking up.
Oh, it is picking up, yes. As you all know, Dave and I are heavily invested in the immigration detail.
We're heavily invested, baby.
With Title 42, we are heavily invested. And got that air conditioning problem straightened out. I don't know, Chris said it was just the breakers, but I think we need to take down that portable unit just as a backup.
I agree.
Yeah. I'll call him tomorrow. I was so busy today, I didn't hear anybody. Like I said, that event was from 9 a.m. till 3. We broke from noon to 1 for lunch. I finally got to meet the guy. There's a guy in Laredo that for years he's been trying to get the state or anybody to listen and put in a Doppler radar. Because the way it works right now, there's Doppler radars around us, but the closest one and the most powerful is Corpus Christi, where the National Weather Service is, but it hits us at 10,000 feet. So anything below that, and most of the weather I found out takes place between like 3,000 and 9,000 feet. So we don't have very good radar coverage here. So they had a meeting. They're trying to convince the city or anybody to purchase the radar for the area.
Yeah.
And nobody wanted to do it. And this guy was there. I'm not going to name him. But he's a wealthy rancher. And he was very excited about it. He's wanted one forever. What?
We all know who the wealthy ranchers are.
We do? I've never heard of him before. He's the nicest guy in the world. And he left the meeting and he went home and purchased it on his phone.
Get out of town.
I swear to God, man. Called the chief the next morning. Chief, we don't need to worry about anything else. No red tape, no nothing. I already bought the radar.
May I ask what the price tag on a weather radar is?
$600,000 for a Doppler radar.
God.
And he's very excited to upgrade it to the stronger version because right now we have a 62-mile radius around Laredo. And this will get us to 130, I think he said, miles.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty
What a
amazing.
guy.
But the National Weather Service can access our data. Heatwave uses it for his newscast. Everybody can access it. They're going to make it to where the public can access it eventually off of a website.
Really?
Yeah.
600,000, just
Yeah.
like that.
That's what you call a very generous guy.
On my
And he
phone.
loves it. He said, and he even made a point of telling everybody there, because Chief Hurd mentioned that he was the first civilian in Texas to own a Doppler radar. And he stopped him and he goes, Chief, let me correct you. This is an older gentleman. He said, I am the only private citizen in the world to own a Doppler radar.
Oh,
How
my
cool is that,
God.
man?
Are you
Some
serious?
guys buy islands. This guy bought a Doppler radar. But I mean, it does great service. Gives us much more early warning on storms and all that stuff.
Actually, I have a Doppler radar in my Mar-a-Lago.
In the hot tub in the back of my limo.
He's lying. He's lying. It's fake news. Fake
Do
news.
you remember the 80s when they had the limousines that had the hot tub in the back?
Yes.
And it was outside on like
Yeah.
where the trunk would be?
You bet.
That's some crazy shit, man.
See, that's the shit we wanted to buy in the 80s, not Doppler radars.
You get bubbly, you get tan, and you get bugs in your teeth.
You wanted to buy something so stupid back in the 80s. Mm-hmm. Like a house with a slide that goes from a pool on the outside to a pool on the inside.
Wow.
And you slide through a window.
Where'd you see that?
I don't know. It's just from my head. What else was stupid in the 80s? Everything was pretty...
Hair.
What do you say? Ostentatious in the 80s?
Ostentatious.
Yeah.
Wow.
Big hair, big pants.
Big word.
Pants with a lot of zippers.
Pants with a lot of zippers.
There was a lot of stuff to put in those pants. Cocaine, money,
Oh, yeah. Crack.
crack,
Yeah.
crack pipes.
Yeah. Chapstick. Gotta have chapstick.
You gotta have your,
You gotta
your,
have
your,
chapstick.
your smooth.
You gotta have chapstick.
What else did we put in our pockets in the 80s?
Bus tokens.
Trapper keeper.
A trapper keeper. Oh my God, I forgot about those.
Yes.
If you had the trapper keeper, you were the shit.
were the shit.
You were probably
You
gonna
walk
get
around school.
knocked down. And they were gonna take it. I got my trapper keeper. Oh, are you gonna strut? Show me your trapper keeper strut. Nice. I can see you on camera really well. All right, too much.
It goes with the music.
Too much.
So we have to say our goodbyes to our good friend Jerry Medina.
Jerry Medina, another retired firefighter.
Passed away a couple days ago.
A couple of days ago. Services are on Thursday.
Yes.
Yeah.
So cheers to Jerry.
Cheers to Jerry. We knew him since we came in.
That's right. He was my first driver.
There you go.
My very first driver. I got a funny story about Jerry.
Retired as a captain. Please share. We don't talk enough about firefighting anymore.
Titillate us with your stories.
Titillate us with your fascinating yarn.
Yes. So Jerry was a driver. I was a rookie, and if you can explain to everybody that's listening what a DNR is.
A DNR, it was a little more severe when we came in.
Oh, much.
Stands for did not report. And what that means is if you were 1 second late getting to the station, they would suspend you for 24 hours. No questions asked. You just went home. No pay for 24 hours.
Excellent explanation.
It was a hell of an incentive not to be late.
You bet.
And then that's where the saying came, it's better to be a lot early than a little late.
Then a little late.
Yeah.
So I'm driving down Zapata Highway. I'm a rookie, and he handed me down my first DNR.
Ouch.
So I'm driving down. I'm already running pretty late. I'm a little scared, and then I get pulled over for speeding. Now, this cop was a douchebag if he wasn't a nickel.
It was.
He was a douchebag. I said, bro, I have to get to work. I can literally see my firehouse from here. He's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Give me your license.
They didn't
and he
like
took
us.
his sweet time and whatever.
Of course.
So, needless to say, I take off after he hands me my ticket, and I'm pulling into Station 2, not even in the parking area. I'm pulling in where the truck is parked, the
Yep.
fire truck. And Jerry's waiting out there, like he's literally pointing at his watch, and he's just giving me the no sign.
Yep.
He just
You
said,
just
yeah,
turn around,
literally,
you turn
you're
back
just,
home.
You know, and you just take off, and you're docked
Yeah.
24 hours.
24 hours of pay, which was when you're making $17,500 a year.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
That is a car payment. That is half your rent, whatever it is.
Groceries,
It
yep.
hurts.
Yep.
And I've always said, you know, I've told my crews that it just seems like it's kind of deteriorated over the years because now, I don't know if you're aware of this, but all you got to do is call someone. Hey man, can you stay like a minute for me?
And then they'll cover for you.
And it just kind of that incentive just kind of lost its discipline because now it doesn't really it
gets abused.
It does get abused.
Yeah.
Things like if you get suspended, I don't know if you're aware of this. If you get handed a suspension by the fire chief, you can just take it off my vacation time.
Really?
Yeah, it's not even a punishment anymore.
Wow.
It's ridiculous. So anyway, I just wish they would go back to the old times where you were scared.
I had one DNR my entire career, and it was my wife was in nursing school. That was when we lived down in Century City, where you came to where we had the party after we took paramedic. We graduated.
I remember half of that party.
Everybody remembers half of that party. Anyway, so my wife's in nursing school and she's about to start clinicals. And the night before, she's super nervous. She's like, I got to get up early and I got to get to the hospital at a certain time. Set your alarm clock 15 minutes after 9, so I'm sure I get out of bed. I'm like, all right, but you got to wake me up before you leave because I have to work tomorrow. I have to be there by 8 a.m. No problem. So her alarm goes off.
No kids at this point.
No. Her alarm goes off. She stays in bed. My alarm goes off. Oh, crap. She gets up. She goes and takes a shower. She gets dressed, and she leaves. Never woke me up.
Oh.
So I wake up, and I'm like, wow, it's awful bright. What's the sunshine? The sun!
How dare you, son?
I'm like, oh, my God. And I look, and it's like 8:15.
Yeah.
So I get on the phone, and I call Central, and Flaco, Edwin Atwell, answers the phone. I go, dude, this is what happened. He goes, yeah, it doesn't matter. Just stay home. Click. And he hangs up on me. I'm like, damn it. So I'm home, right? Lunchtime comes around, and my wife's clinicals were in the morning. I'm like, I'm going to go find something, fast food or something, and take it back to the house. So I'm driving one way down the street, and my wife's coming the other way, and she looks at me, and I look at her, and she's got this look on her face like, oh my God. And that was my DNR, and I lost 24 hours of pay. A young married couple, like we said, that's a penalty.
It really is.
It hurts.
Yeah.
And it's good incentive not for it to happen again.
And if it happened twice in a year, you got 48.
48.
And if it happened 3 times in a year, you were subject to termination.
Termination.
It was that strict.
And there were guys that were terminated.
Yeah.
I remember hearing stories. I remember hearing one guy pulled up at Station 7 and took out the gas meter because he was he hit the gas meter.
So you're telling me that if he had DNR'd, it would have been cheaper than to replace
the darn gas meter,
man.
man.
Oh my gosh.
Some of the stories, guys, they'd get stuck in traffic and they'd just leave their car and run to the station. It was cutthroat back then.
It was cutthroat.
Man.
It really was. It was amazing. And then other things like where you try and fool the captain, and the captain's like, "Where's so and so?" And his whole crew would be like, "Oh, he's there. I think he's in the restroom, Cap."
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right, no problem. So cover for it.
Yeah.
Good times.
Good times. Oh man, those were crazy days.
Yeah.
We had another death. And then this one really hurt.
Yeah.
Really hurt. One of my favorite, Dave and I really love Seinfeld. We're fanatics. And Bookman.
Yep.
Bookman died.
Bookman died.
If you don't remember the episode, he was the library cop. And he only came out in that one and then at the end.
Yeah.
In the last episode, or the first to the last episode.
Yep.
Maybe it was the last one. But he was just an awesome character actor. And the way that guy, he spoke like an old school detective from an old movie.
Yep. Listen here, Junior.
Oh my God. How's that make you feel, Joy Boy? And he asked him for coffee.
Yeah.
And he goes, I don't have any coffee in here. You don't keep any coffee in case someone comes over?
No,
I get my coffee on the outside.
Not even Folgers Crystals.
Folgers Crystals? You keep them on the shelf. You take them out when you need them. You put them in a glass of hot water. I get my coffee on the outside.
Oh my God.
I loved him, man.
What was his name?
Oh, I'm trying to think of his actual name.
Yeah.
I sent it to you. Look at the text I sent you when it had it like it was an NBC show. God, I can't believe I can't think of his name now. Stand by for comedy.
Philip Baker Hall.
Philip Baker Hall. It was awesome, man. He was the best, man. I love that Bookman library cop. Dun dun. Tonight on NBC.
He was the next door neighbor on. Did you ever get to see Modern Family?
No.
Sophia Vergara.
Once in a while I would catch it, mostly for her.
I think in season maybe 2, yeah. in season 2, maybe. He was a next door neighbor. He was a firefighter.
Oh, really?
An old man with oxygen in his nose.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it was
Retired firefighter.
Look for that one. It's really good.
Okay.
Really good.
Just
And
in one
he's
episode?
great. I think he comes out in a couple where he actually passes it on, and it really cool. Really nice man, it seems.
But that episode means a lot to me, man. That's always been one of, if not my most favorite, one of my top.
Some kid goes to the library, opens up his book, and all he sees is drawings of pee-pees and wee-wees. Oh, Bookman.
Get a kick out of that, don't you, Joey boy? Oh, you and your sicko friends.
Oh, man.
Tropic of Cancer?
Tropic of Cancer. So, yes.
It's a black licorice gum. What do you think of that? Blackjack.
So, goodbye, Jerry. Goodbye, Bookman.
Goodbye, Bookman.
Those are our tributes for the day. And, Jerry, wow. He was at the credit union also. He worked at the credit union.
For years.
And yeah.
After he retired, he stayed working at the credit union.
Yeah, he was a good dude. He was a good dude.
Man, we've been losing a lot lately.
Yeah, we have.
I keep changing my Facebook profile picture to the Laredo emblem, and then it's got the black ribbon on it.
Because last week or 2 weeks ago, we lost Leo.
Leo Garza. Well,
Stop it already.
I know.
One of these days, I'm going to lose you.
Nah. Not as long as I got. You know what? You know what you can steal off my body, because I know you want to do it. You said you're going to take a pen or something.
Something.
I'm going to get an astronaut pen,
The one that writes upside down.
and that's going to be my gift to you.
Yay.
But you have to beat the mousetrap and steal it.
I can do
from
that.
my jacket.
I can definitely do that. I'll just very gently just.
I want you coming back with I want to be like a Tom and Jerry cartoon, and your fingers like.
But all of the pews are going to be filled with friends and family, and they're going to be watching my back.
Yep.
Watch you and pow, 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 pow.
And it's the ones that watch the podcast. They're going to be dying.
Oh my gosh.
You know who is one of our biggest fans, and we didn't even realize it?
Who dat?
Brad Thompson. I think he listens to
yeah.
every episode.
Well, why don't we have him on?
We need to, and we've been insulting the hell out of him.
That show will go. There has to be a limit. You know what we should do?
We got to get him close to the camera because he's more of a visual character, I think.
He really is. You know what we should do with Brad? Kind of like when we want him to stop talking, like the Oscar music. And it gets louder and louder.
He can play it upstage. Get the hook.
Yanking him off stage.
God. You know what? Though we're gonna have to turn the lights down because he's very reflective.
Yes.
He's very reflective. We will not get a good shoot.
Sometimes when you hold like a lizard upside down, you can see all his organs. That's
Brad, take your shirt off. I want to see something. Go stand by the light.
Stand by the light, Brad. Oh my God, it's his heart.
He's a gecko.
Oh, you got
dear
a
God.
wonderful sense of humor, Brad.
Brad's awesome.
I love him to death.
Brad's awesome. I'll never forget. We were the first fire academy that they took to Texas A&M. College Station, because they have a huge fire training field there.
Yeah.
Bryan Field, right? Bryan, Texas.
Brayton?
Something like that. I can't. God, it's been so damn long.
Yeah.
And I remember all the volunteer firefighters would go to it because they didn't have fire academies and stuff. And there's our whole academy, and they get pissed because we would jump in the front of the line.
Yeah.
We would be in the front of the line at every prop that we got to, and they wanted to be at the front at the nozzle.
You mean y'all get paid for this? Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
17,500. That's how much.
Ooh.
Boy, I tell you what, you're a rich motherfucker.
These are some rich boys right here. But Brad, remember there was only like 3 of us, I think, that were old enough to drink.
Yeah.
And the Dixie Chicken was there, which was one of the famous bars.
Yeah.
Everybody would go there.
And we were egging him on because he went in there with the intention of not drinking.
Right. Well, we got a picture of Shiner Buck, and I got him, and he had like maybe 2 beers, and he's up on the bar walking around like he's a gorilla.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was the funniest thing I ever saw in my life. He was freaking wasted. I hope his wife doesn't listen to this. She probably doesn't know.
And perch on your shoulder.
Like a vulture.
I mean, the genius of Brad is that his mannerisms are exactly like the animal he's imitating.
Oh my God.
He can do anything. Oh my gosh.
He's diabolical.
He's something.
But it was crazy.
Yeah, we should have him on. That'd be great.
Let's do that.
Let's introduce him to the world.
I'll make you famous. You want to be famous? I'll make you infamous.
Infamous. It's more famous. And then he's going to end up on some sitcom somewhere.
Right? He'll have his own podcast.
Pass us by. Yeah.
His own sitcom. What would you call a Brad Thompson sitcom?
Oh, my gosh. Clear Body.
Clear Body?
The Transparency.
The Transparent
of
Man. Transparent. He can make like a serious drama, like a futuristic sci-fi thing and call it Transparence.
I hear he's a hell of a golfer.
He is a hell of a golfer.
Really is a good golfer.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't know it by seeing him.
You wouldn't think so.
You wouldn't think
Not
so.
an athletic looking guy.
No, he's tall.
Shouldn't be out in the sun.
He's a bit lanky.
Kind of albino.
I hear he's a hell of a baller too.
Basketball?
Baseball.
Oh, baseball.
Or
baller is usually basketball.
Is that right?
Yeah, it is. What the hell's wrong with you?
No.
Boys of Summer is baseball.
Out on the road today, saw a dead head
Sticker on a Cadillac.
A little voice inside my head said,
Don't look back. You can never look back. The more we drink, the better that sounds.
It really does.
Yeah.
To us.
To us. Hey, to us.
To you.
To you, my friend. Almost said something bad.
I know.
So when are you coming to work?
Oh gosh.
I got a meeting tomorrow at 10:30.
Why work? I'm
What?
on shift.
Oh, you work. You're on shift. Oh,
But on
that's not
Thursday,
good.
I can go right in.
Thursday, I got an active shooter drill called.
Oh.
And this one's got a name. But this is just a tabletop.
Okay.
It's not in the school or anything. It's a tabletop. It's called
Active shooter.
Skyfall.
Really?
Yeah. It's pretty dramatic.
It is?
Yeah. Skyfall.
So how would you fix a problem? Would you give guns to teachers?
No.
Would you...
No, because if the teachers are smart, they're going to sell the guns to buy school supplies for the kids.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Would you take the guns out of everybody in America?
I would try, but I don't think that's really a possibility.
No.
I would do some of the things they want to do, like I would raise the limit, of buying the gun. I would raise the limit to buying all guns to 21.
Yeah.
And I would seriously try to find a way to curb the sales of...
I've seen, and this just occurred to me earlier today.
Mm-hmm. Anyway.
100% success rate. Over two incidences.
Uh-huh.
And both potential disasters were called in by someone.
Okay.
So when it comes to citizen vigilance, that those 30 idiots, white supremacists that were in a U-Haul.
Oh, I love
That was
that.
called in by a citizen.
Yep, exactly.
And there was one guy, I think he was going to a gym or something, and they busted him. He was potentially going into another school.
Oh, jeez.
And they busted him because of somebody calls. So basically, you're looking at 1,000% batting average.
Hell yeah.
By citizens
Yep.
saying, "Hey, this moron
Something ain't right.
is packing 1,000 rounds of ammo
Yep.
and an AR-15 in his car." So basically, I would say, put some money on it. Put some money into it.
What do you mean?
If you
like a
stop
reward.
a shooting,
Call Crime
we will
Stoppers.
make you a rich person.
Yeah, right.
There seems to be a lot of money getting thrown around. So
I know.
Why not?
Why not?
And I know people would say, "Dude, this isn't Germany in 1944 where you can tell on your neighbor." And
Well,
say,
hey, that was the U.S. And remember, turn in all communists.
yeah, you're right.
When they had the big Red Scare.
You're right.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
I'd be in for that.
a questionable kind of thing, but do you really want to be? If you see someone packing all that shit, do you turn a blind eye because you're scared that
Hell
they might
no.
come after you?
No.
No.
You call somebody. And that whole program, they started a program with that right after 9/11, and it was see something, say something.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think that's a good philosophy.
I agree.
Hell yeah, we'll turn all them motherfuckers in.
Make you a rich man.
Yeah.
$1,000, $10,000, $50,000.
Pussy.
I would turn you in.
Would you?
I would.
For what?
I would just.
I don't
turn
even
you
own
in.
a gun.
I would just make a $50,000 off you and say, "There's this strange-looking white guy, and he's."
Well,
packed-"
then you ruined it already. They're not going to come do anything.
Oh wow.
They might come check, but they're going to get there and they're, woo! Stand down. He's white.
Oh my God! Wow.
I got the card.
So you're okay. Let me get this straight. You got-
White privilege card. Don't
Jay,
leave home without it.
Cool. You're not white anymore. You can't play both fields.
I'm not playing any fields. I mean, look at me.
You can't be Jewish or Catholic.
I'm not Jewish.
And you cannot be.
I can be
if
Catholic.
you convert
Why
to
can't I be
Judaism, there'll
Catholic?
be no stopping you.
Well, I'm going to do it just for the jokes. You heard the one about Raquel Welch?
Those hard buoys. Majority of the people that listen to this show,
The majority
have
of them.
no idea what the hell we're talking.
No, and it's all Seinfeld references. You know, we've left Bugs Bunny. But I think what we need to do, we need to sit down and watch some old Looney Tunes, and that'll fire us back up.
I saw a great one the other day.
What did you see?
It was the one where he's in Iraq, and he's got Aladdin's lamp.
Oh, I love the way Aladdin talks. It reminds me of Bruno Guajardo.
Well, it's actually Jim Backus. We
We
covered
talked
in a
about that. Yeah.
Yep. Listen here, boy. If you bother me one more time, I'll be furious.
Hassan Chop! Oh, I love him. I love him.
All right, so let's get into this one.
Oh, wait.
You're listening to the Did They Really Just Say That podcast at the 2606 mark. It's me, it's Chris, it's...
Couple empty beer bottles.
It's stories, it's...
Lifelong adventure about two guys and their unbridled enthusiasm.
Yes.
Just like Billy Mumfree's.
Just like Billy Mumphrey. Mm-hmm. It's erotic cured meats, it's cold beers, double ACs now,
And blackjack chewing gum.
and blackjack shellac.
It's black licorice.
Whoa.
That wasn't intentional.
That was so racist.
Oh, you like a black licorice?
So racist.
It was accidental.
But then you repeated it even
I did
better.
it again.
Why do they do that? They don't even do that. They don't do that.
You know, in honest, I swear to God, we're not racist. It's very comedic doing the other voices. We love doing characters and voices and stuff, and we kind of got away from it.
I know.
Do you remember my butler?
I do.
God, I remember the first time you did that. I about crap my pants, man.
Oh my gosh.
Pennyworth.
Pennypacker?
Pennypacker.
You son of a bitch.
Which is another Seinfeld reference, remember?
Yes. Yes.
A chain smoker.
You
And
screwed me again, Pennypacker.
how many kills did he have in World War II?
80 something. He's 90 years
The
old.
fighter pilot.
He's a grouchy sumbitch.
Oh, and then somehow we got into his wife and
Yeah.
oh Jesus. Those were the good old days.
We should rest in peace him because I don't even know where he is these days.
I know.
I'll see if I can reach out. But
I sure could use a cleaning at my house.
I know. So,
You
you
made
ready?
a hell of a soup, huh?
You ready?
Ready.
We got to get into this.
What?
January 6th.
Yes.
The hearings on
Did you watch the primetime live?
I did.
It was good.
Yeah.
I was very impressed. That video was unbelievable.
Now, what's upsetting
Barbaric.
me, what is upsetting me
What's upsetting you?
is that we're headed for a civil war.
It gets more and more like it.
If you put it in the context of, okay, moron, this is exactly what your attorney general is saying,
Yeah, I know.
and they're like, no, he's an ass. He's no good.
If there is a civil war, the one thing we've got going for us is they are amazingly stupid. And we need to just use that to our advantage.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate. I wouldn't go so far as to call them stupid. I would call them, because there's an undertow of what it is that Trump fed off of them, or what he fed them. And he said, okay, your country is being taken from you. And I think that is the main
Well, he played
core.
him.
Yes.
He played him, and he knew exactly how to play him.
Yeah. So,
And he's still doing it.
Yes, he is. So if their country is being, and I'm talking about the people that support Trump, if they truly believe that their country is being taken from them, and the Constitution says, "Give me everybody, I don't care." Where? Right there, that's the core of my issue. Is that where do they think that this country belongs to them?
Yep.
And at what point are they going against? And they're all for America. I don't get it. It's such a. If they're for the Constitution and America, why do they think that give us your tired,
Your poor, your huddled masses.
Yeah. Why? And that's embedded in the Constitution. Where do they think that this stops with them?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's nothing new. I mean, if you look at the movie
The Godfather?
The Gangs of New York.
Oh yes.
Okay, all immigrants, but
Yeah.
they consider themselves better because they were the first ones, or they're related to the first ones. They direct lineage to being the first ones.
Yes.
And any other immigrants that came over were scum, and they
Yes.
wanted to kill them.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's nothing new.
So back in the early 1800s, if an Irishman were to come over,
He was treated
considered
like shit.
scum.
Yes.
And if I'm not mistaken, Trump is
Don't say it.
from Ireland or Scotland, one of the
I
two.
don't know. I hope not.
So
It's a shame.
where does he feel that he was here? I mean, if he to me,
Oh
if you're
yeah,
not-
his grandparents came from across the
right.
water.
If you're not Native American,
We're all immigrants.
you know, and then I heard that there's this other faction. Those 31 guys that were caught in a U-Haul.
Oh yeah, the Patriot Unite or something like that.
Yeah. So their
Not even worth
belief,
remembering.
their core belief is that the founding fathers left the country to them. which is oh yeah, you know that guy, you know the one with a mullet in 2022. That's his country. We're gonna go ahead and leave it to him.
That guy,
That guy.
he's not my kind of guy.
I'm just blown away by how the hypocrisy works around here. What are you doing?
Is it?
Feedback.
I couldn't tell if it was running or not.
It got hot again.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. We're having struggles here because it's 100 plus degrees in Laredo. I got this small AC unit in this little small house, and it's just not able to bring the temperature down because it's not running all day. So I get home from work and it's 90 some degrees in here. I flip it on and let it run for an hour and a half.
You know why it's 90-some degrees in here?
Why is it 90 some degrees
Because
in here?
there's no ventilation.
Well, that's true too.
Yes. This
Yeah, we
place
should
is
think
like a
about
hot
that.
box.
Another hot box. That's twice I've heard that today.
it is like-
But
Yeah.
when I come home, I
Yeah.
turn on the AC and I leave the door open for a while so that it'll push the hot air out.
There you go.
But it didn't help. I mean, it does a little bit.
Well, if it's 100, then it's 100.
Well, that's true too.
You know.
But it's blowing the hot air out and replacing it with the air it's cooling.
yes.
So,
In my mind, if we
Can't
were to
hurt.
knock down that wall,
oh, stop it! We're not
knock
expanding.
down that wall,
Then it would fall over. This is not hurricane strongly built construction.
do your spiel.
My spiel? What spiel? So remember, you can listen to the Did They Really Just Say That podcast every Friday night at 6 p.m. Vegas time, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on the Go Live Vegas free internet radio app. We love Go Live Vegas. And you can also see our video. Actually, what Aaron plays now is the video with the high quality audio.
Wow.
So we have the video playing, and he plays it on everything from Facebook to Twitter, or not Twitter. What is it? Twitch. What else do these kids use nowadays? YouTube, all
Twitch.
kinds of stuff.
What the hell is Twitch?
Twitch is a place you go see videos.
All right.
Anyways, so Go Live Vegas, and you can download that app free at the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store, and have fun. And then you can also hear it at the same time on our website, which is
There you go.
www.didtheyreallyjustsaythat.com, and we have all the episodes there all the way back to the beginning. 1 was just a test.
Yeah.
2 is when it starts getting a little funny.
Yep.
And we start getting better and better. But you can find all of our audio and video there. And
Did you ever think
everything went,
this would go to 83?
I thunk.
You did?
No, I didn't know that we'd get to 83. My other podcast didn't make it that far.
How many?
I don't even know.
20?
I don't know. Maybe. Anyways, so if you like the show and would like to support it, you can become a patron. You can earn things like early access to every episode, a guest shot on the show, a shout out on the show, and now we've decided that we're going to record our pre-show banter, or whatever
It's silly.
you call it. It is, and it's kind of our warm up, and we're just hanging out for a minute and having a beer.
Please
We're going to
don't.
record that, and we're going to send that to our patrons.
There's some. Please don't get offended.
By what?
I'm talking about the patrons.
Why?
Because you said something in the pre-show.
And you said something bad.
Yes.
You're like, the hell with them, but in a not so nice way. But he was
Yeah.
just being funny. Everything we do is funny.
I know.
We're the least serious guys you'll ever
We are
find in
not
your life.
racist. Please.
No, not at all.
Please,
Not at
we're
all.
not
Not at all.
racist.
Anyway, so that'll be going out this week, tomorrow, to our patrons, as well as early access to the episode. So again, You can hear our podcast everywhere: Spotify, Pandora, Apple Podcasts, everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
Everywhere. And our videos are on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, which you can also access through our website, which again is www.
That's the
What
one.
is with me? Did they really just say that? Do I need to say the www? That's where I get held up.
No.
Everybody knows about the www. Do you know about the www?
I don't even know what it means.
World Wide Web.
Oh.
Go to our website, which is didtheyreallyjustsaythat.com,
Why don't you just
and
say
find all
World
of our
Wide Web?
episodes. World Wide Web, did they really just say that.com?
That sounds
It's
great.
easier than saying www.
www.
4!
444.
Call the fours.
444.
May the fours be with you.
Oh, that's so silly, but it's catchy.
It is catchy.
Yeah.
He just needs to put Old MacDonald to the music to the background.
Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O.
4!
And on that farm, he had a
4!
tacuache.
Tacuache. I
Yeah.
ran into the Tacuache today.
Is he a guy?
George.
Oh, no, he's guacha.
Oh, Quacha. I'm sorry. Is there a difference? I thought that was short for Tacuache.
Guacha is just
well, now I'm going to get beat up.
Yes, you will. Guacha.
I honestly thought that's what it
No,
meant.
tacuache means he's
A possum.
It's a possum, a horrible little animal. No,
Yeah.
he's worse. I call George guacha because it's guacha in Spanish is just it's a pile of shit.
I had no idea, George. I think you're better off with what I'm saying. Anyways, I ran into him in the hall, and he was very nice.
So beat me up.
We've put together, or we've put in touch, his son who just finished his freshman year at Baylor. My
Right.
daughter's an ingoing freshman.
Ah, yeah.
So he gave her all kinds of advice, and they chat back and forth and text and stuff quite a bit about instructors and classes.
good to know.
They're both going pre-med biology, and told her this is the dorm to get into because it's all pre-med students, and she did, and so it's been great. And he was.
How is she?
He's very supportive. Madison's doing awesome, man. She's
That's good.
incredible.
That's
She's
good to
incredible.
know. That's great.
She did go, her and my wife. My son and my other daughter didn't really want to go. They went to the beach,
Okay.
to Mustang Island,
Sure.
with some relatives. And the beach is not the best place for me. Yeah. And I feel bad about it, but my wife understood. She's like, oh, no, you're right. That wouldn't be good for you. So
So what did you do?
I stayed home with the other two kids.
Gotcha.
Over the weekend. And my daughter, our one cat, Shadow, who's this huge black cat, is like with her 24 hours a day. They're inseparable. He sits there and stares into her eyes.
Oh, my.
He's literally in love with her. And he was just pining for her the whole weekend.
Oh, my gosh.
So he would literally sit there by the door thinking the time that she would come home from school, he was there at the door waiting for her. Like if she was still in high school. I don't know what he was thinking. He's like, where did she go? And he didn't have her to sleep with that night. So it was rough on him.
Damn.
But that's the first phase.
Yeah.
Next phase is later this month. She has to go to what they call line camp at Baylor, which is like a 5-day orientation.
Sure.
And they have all kinds of different activities they do and everything. It's really awesome. But she's going to be gone for 5 days. So that's his next step. And then in August, she'll leave.
So how is it going to work when she leaves in August and doesn't come back till December?
That's going to be a problem.
Oh, my.
That's what we're trying to. So now it was funny because the weekend when he realized she was gone, he started following around my other daughter, and he would sleep on her bed, and and I'm thinking that's probably what's going to happen. He's going to move towards her. So, but they have the most special relationship you've ever seen in your life. It just breaks my heart every time I see it. It warms my heart.
Yeah.
And then I think about, how is he going to do when she leaves? And
Yeah. I just love animals.
Oh,
I just do.
And we bought him when my mother came and lived with us because she was ill. I drove her down here from Pennsylvania, and she brought her 20-year-old cat, and it was huge. And my daughter fell in love with it. My mom passed away, and the cat was still here. So she took care of the cat until he passed away. Because 20 years is a long life for a cat.
Yep.
And it broke her heart.
Yep.
And then that weekend, we went to San Antonio, and we ended up coming back with the black cat. And they've been inseparable ever since.
You gave me a cat once, and you don't remember.
I don't remember.
It was in the academy or right after the academy. You called me up, and I don't know why we were conversing about because we both had an affinity. In the academy, I was on the corner of Meadow and Market by the Pizza Hut. Or Meadow and Guadalupe, whatever that
Meadow and Guadalupe.
where there's a Pizza Hut.
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Now,
yeah.
we were going, I was heading to my apartment.
And that's where I gave you a cat?
No, I lived on Fremont.
Okay.
And I was going to have lunch and then head back to Station 2 for the other half of the day. And right there, and Brad was right behind me. He saw what happened. And Brad was behind me, and I had a little Ford Escort, and I was at the stoplight, and this cat runs across the street. and he's just freaking out, so confused. So I got out of my car. The damn thing runs to me.
Oh.
I threw him in my car and I took him home.
Mm-hmm.
That was cat number 1.
Okay.
He was a Siamese.
Oh, I love Siamese.
And then you called me up one day and you said, I have a cat, and I heard you like cats.
But I like cats.
This is more than you could handle.
I already had 3
Yes.
cats.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she was a big Siamese.
Really?
Yeah.
I have no recollection
We ended
of
up
this.
calling her Big Mama.
Big
Her
Mama.
whole life, we called her Big Mama.
Big Mama.
Yeah. She was just a wonderful personality. She was aggressive. She was kind of like the Nell Carter of our
Okay.
household.
All right.
She was loving.
Dating yourself a bit, but
she
okay.
was,
Just don't mess with me.
don't mess with her, but she was loving. She was
Uh-huh.
aggressive. She would take care of everybody. You know, she was that.
Wow,
And
Nell
it was
Carter.
you. It was you. I went to your house to pick it up.
I don't remember having a large. I don't know where I would have even gotten a large Siamese cat.
Well, you better start thinking.
Long hair, short hair.
Short. And she was stunning. She was big, and she had a beautiful
Because
face.
I had 3 beautiful cats that we brought back from California.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We might have a picture of her somewhere, but I'll look for it.
I honestly have no recollection of that.
Yeah. We ended up with 4 cats before we had children.
Mm-hmm.
And, we had to find homes for all of them eventually because when we had children, it just got to be, the hair was just, it was so bad that we just had to say goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
So we've had 1 or 2 cats since.
Mm-hmm.
We just buried a cat a couple years ago. That cat was in love with my younger son.
Mm-hmm.
She would sleep with him, and she was always with him. But yeah, she ended up having leukemia and died.
Feline leukemia.
Yeah. So we love animals. We have 2 German Shepherds. We have an old Schnauzer who's 17. He's got 3 legs. He's one of those guys. You ever remember that scene from Seinfeld, the Rosses? Susan Ross's parents?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's the dad. We're all out of lime juice. And he's like, I'm going back to bed. That's him. He gets up, he eats, and he plops right back down. He's done. He's done with life.
Did he have a cabin? And letters?
Letters.
Letters?
The Cheever letters, yes. So
John
2
Cheever.
2 German Shepherds, a
They
little,
loved each other.
a Schnauzer, and a little squinkly, Chihuahua thing.
Squinkly?
Yeah, she's small. She's awesome.
What is squinkly?
Like they call it squinkly, like little.
Squinkly.
It's hard to
Yeah.
describe.
It just doesn't translate well. I'll think of squinkly as a little chihuahua.
Yes, a squinkly.
Squinkly.
You
Say it
want
like Antonio Banderas. Yeah, I could do one more.
I like the squinkly.
I like the squinkly.
Give me the squinkly. Give me some squinkly.
Not like Richard Gere, though. He put the squinkly. You don't put the squinkly.
Don't put the squinkly
Pet
in
the
the
squinkly. You put the squinkly in his squinkler.
Best movie I've seen in a long time. Top Gun.
Oh, you saw the new one?
Oh, my
We're still not going to the
God.
theaters. Let me have the Dos Equis.
There's still a Bud Light in here.
I don't want another Bud Light. I'm tired of the Bud Light. Give me the Dos Equis. There's one on the top, too. You have Dos Equis as well. We clink the bottles. You don't like Dos Equis?
I love those things.
Oh.
But I'm here
So you
with-
saw Top Gun?
Yeah.
So that Scientology little midget had a good movie. His movies are great. I'm not going to deny that. He's wacko, but
Everybody says, but they give him a pass because his movies
I
are
know,
badass.
I know. Now we're still not going to the theaters, and it breaks my heart because my daughters are immunocompromised.
Sure.
And Madeline's the biggest Toy Story fan you've ever met in your life, and the new Buzz Lightyear movie's coming out this
I know,
weekend.
I know.
And I'm trying to figure out how we can do it. And I'm thinking maybe Alamo Drafthouse, but they only show one movie.
When we went to go see Top Gun, we picked a specific time where there was probably, I want to say, 15 people in the theater.
Yeah, we're going to try and go at like 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah, if they are indeed open.
They're not.
But it is definitely worth it. That Top Gun movie is something. So what I did was I forced Top Gun 1 on the family because they had seen it before, but they hadn't seen it in a long time. Forced it on them the night before. Went to see the new one the next day, and they said thank you because they had forgot a lot of the references, and it was good.
Do they play any Kenny Loggins?
Yes.
Do they play Danger Zone?
Highway to the danger zone. Hell yes. It does get
spoilers.
your adrenaline.
No, you can't say that twice.
Adrenaline.
Your genital. It does get your genitals up.
Genitals.
Genitals.
It gets your genitals up.
You could bottle that. You might make some money.
Fantastic movie.
Well, good.
So.
But yeah, I need to figure out some way to get. I was hoping it would come out on HBO Max or something, or Disney, or.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah.
No.
I know. But.
And I don't like to disappoint Madeline.
I know.
And she really wants to see it.
It shouldn't be too much longer.
The cases are fucking going up again.
I know.
And they're going up big time.
Yeah.
Bigly.
Hugely.
Bigly.
And we're doing some runs again. Some fire department.
Oh, I know.
COVID runs.
cases and the hospitalizations are going up. Cases are going up.
There's exposures are going up.
Yeah,
There's,
I know.
But thankfully, I think this is a different phase.
I hope so. The vaccination should help.
Yeah. The vaccination.
I know. I don't know where that came from. But problem is people that haven't qualified for the second booster, their immunity is waning.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and
because I get the report for the hospitals, and it's a lot of people that are vaccinated and boosted are ending up in the hospital.
That's where I'm at right now. I'm not second boosted, but I was trying to hold off until October.
I remember you telling me. I would not do that.
Okay.
Because I know someone that just got COVID that did have the first booster, and they got pretty damn ill, almost hospital ill.
Is that right?
Yes. And it's someone you know. And that's not a twist off. Ow!
Someone I know.
Can you hand me that there Halligan tool under the headphones? Why didn't Brian hang up his damn headphones? Where do you get these people from?
I didn't invite him.
Jeez. Try and take care of your equipment, and you get these rookies that come in here.
He is the cat, man.
Man, I saw him yesterday at the FAC.
Yeah.
He's looking pretty svelte.
Yeah, he looks
a
good.
handsome guy in uniform.
He is a very handsome guy.
I've started his procedure. Of course, right now I'm blowing it by drinking 3 beers.
You're doing the 23 and
I'm doing the 23andMe.
That's stupid.
Why?
You're
I
both
even went through a
idiots.
health professional, and they said it's okay.
No, but you're both idiots.
Why?
Because.
Why? Because you can't do it.
No, because why would you do that?
Why?
You're just missing out.
I want to get healthy.
That's not making you healthy because you cannot sustain that. I already told Brian
No. I understand that. But once I do what I need to do, then I can maintain a healthier lifestyle.
For all you that are listening out there, 23-1 is good.
23andMe.
But you cannot sustain it.
No, we understand that. But you just get to a certain goal, and then you're done. And then you eat healthy.
Oh, come on. Nobody does that. Nobody does that.
Wow.
Nobody.
Did you ever meet someone that just wants to set you up for failure?
I'm willing to put money on this.
I'm not.
I am.
No.
I'm willing to put
This is not a masturbation bet.
thousands and thousands of dollars.
Thousands and thousands of dollars.
That you cannot sustain.
Tens and tens
I'm
of
talking
dollars.
After you lose the weight. And I'll be like, whoa, you look good.
I have left people like you behind me, David.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
Just
I did it
work
once
out.
before.
Just work out.
Look, do I look like I have time to work out?
Yes,
I
everybody
don't.
does.
I don't.
You said you did it before,
I did.
right?
Yeah,
so
but
then what happened?
Well, we moved, and I got packing and everything, and then I just kind of got off of the wagon. And
There it is.
so I'll do it again.
Oh, come on.
What the hell's wrong with you,
It's
man?
a roller coaster, dumbass.
Why are you such a negative
Oh
Nelly?
my God. I'm telling you right now,
Wah, wah, wah.
those people that are listening, you tell me if it works.
Point up there. Anyways. So, Mr. Grinch, you're missing all your cues.
I don't care anymore.
Oh.
48.40.
Point?
You're listening to the
Did they really do that to lizards?
with Chris and Dave, and I'm betting Chris money that he cannot sustain a 23-1.
You and your 4 beers. You think that makes you something? Huh?
Please.
I've ridden in a Cadillac hundreds of times. Thousands.
Thousands?
Jack Clumpus. I love that name.
Me too. What's the temperature in here?
The temperature is, it went back down from 84 to 83, which means outside it's only 93 degrees.
Really?
Yeah. 7:46 p.m. and it's down to 93 degrees. It's like a cold wave.
Wow, it is chilly.
Cold front. Pretty chilly. That's one thing you don't say in the fire department.
Thank you.
Yeah, because that's what you get. Everybody will tell you thank you because that pretty much means pretty wiener.
Tomorrow we have a cadet.
In
Any
what
advice?
manner of speaking?
Well, there's a cadet doing his runs tomorrow at the
Oh, a cadet doing his ambulance runs at the fire
any
station.
advice?
Well, I can tell you that they were beaten down pretty good yesterday. They seemed to be no, I didn't see them today because they had clinicals and we used the classroom. But yeah, they were pretty.
They were outside doing
Oh yeah.
exercises?
Oh yeah. Yeah, about 4:00 in the afternoon.
Ouch.
And then they went in and they set my classroom up for me for today.
Oh.
Had to make the giant U shape.
That's where the tabletop was?
Yeah, it was in the classroom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they were at clinicals, so the room was open.
That's right.
I think it would have been open anyways, because if the chief says, "Hey, I need your classroom for tomorrow,"
That's true.
you find something else for the cadets to do.
So they were getting beat up pretty good.
That's what I hear.
Yeah, it happens.
Sometimes it's necessary, eh?
It happens. You remember that time that we were in the academy?
You putz.
And we were on our 4th mile or something like that. And John Fuentes, he looks back at us and says, "Hey, man, I'm not here to beat you guys up."
Oh, yeah, we talked about this already.
Did we really?
You told this exact same story, and then
Yeah.
he kicked our asses.
And he says, anybody that wants to
Yeah.
rest, by all means. I'm not here to kick your ass. And half the class dropped down.
And then that's it.
And he said, well, oh, by the way, while you're resting, do push-ups.
2 push-ups. Do some push-ups.
Something in my
It's a-
brain said, don't do it.
It's a typical case of, no, I didn't do it either. I had just gotten out of the military. It was a typical case of military or
Mind
they
screw.
screwed with me. Now I get to screw with you, which I don't necessarily subscribe to.
In the fire department, we play pranks and we play jokes on each other.
Oh, yeah.
That's the funnest thing ever.
Oh, yeah.
But have you ever been in a situation, whether it be as an officer or as a pipeman, where somebody says, let's go fight? Like you just
No,
crack
it
the
never got to
shit out of
that.
them.
It never got to that. Well, except for me and Burt Cox in the engine that one time.
No. I'm talking about just general pranks where you're just screwing with a guy and he just loses his mind
No.
and he calls everybody out to go fight.
No. You?
Me either.
No.
No.
I've heard of it.
I've heard of it too,
Yeah.
where they actually will put a complaint in
Oh, yeah.
the chief, and they're doing this to me or they're doing that to me.
I already know what. It just came to me right now.
What?
I have an assignment for you. Homework.
Okay,
When is the rookie there?
tomorrow.
Perfect. Your assignment.
Oh boy. Should you choose to accept?
Well, whether or not you choose to accept it, and you kind of have to do it. Is this the first time they're going to the stations on runs?
No.
No? Okay.
It's like the second or third.
Okay, well, it probably hasn't happened yet. Your assignment
Oh boy.
is you need to choose this cadet's nickname for his entire career.
Cool.
And you're pretty good at that.
Yeah.
You're pretty good at that. I remember when you introduced me to Private Joker.
Private Joker.
The guy looked exactly like from Full Metal Jacket, Private
Oh,
Joker.
my
I
God.
mean, he still does.
That is my crowning
It
achievement.
was amazing. You told me in fact I was there for something. Go, Niles, come here. I want you to meet Captain Niles. Niles, this is Private Joker, and I'm like,
this day.
holy crap!
To this day.
Yeah, he still gets called that.
Holy Jesus. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I had the same nickname from not in the academy, but from the time I got to my first station, one of my first days there. Chief Mesa named me, and it's
C. Niles.
C. Niles, and because it was on my uniforms, and no one had ever made that relation before.
Chief Mesa.
Chief Mesa,
What a great guy.
bless his heart.
Yeah.
I really got along well with him.
He was a guy that I honestly thought was going to go right after he
Oh,
retired.
we thought everybody would
He
outlast him
lasted 20, 25 years
after retirement.
after he retired.
And he did not look like the kind of guy that was going to.
That's what
But
I'm saying.
very well respected. And
Yes.
what a guy.
Yes.
He was a good guy.
Wonderful man.
I used to sit and watch TV with him. Nobody else would. I did the same thing with Mojica. Nobody would sit in the room with Mojica and watch TV. We'd watch the news.
Yeah.
And it was funny because we would sit there and we'd laugh and joke and watch the news and talk and everything. We had a lot of discussions. And he'd hear someone coming and he's like, watch this. This is going to be hilarious. And they would open the door to the blue room at Central Fire Station and start walking down the hallway, and they would see him and they would freeze and they'd start walking backwards and go back out thinking he doesn't know I'm here. He hasn't seen me.
Oh, my God.
And he thought he got the biggest kick in the world out of that. He goes, they'll never come in here.
Never. The only time I ever won an argument with him, because he was my chief for 2 years. And he would bust into the door and George would run away. George hated him, and I think he was afraid of him, to tell you the truth. But I loved him.
Oh, we got along great.
And he would come in and start jawing on Tony Romo and the Dallas Cowboys. He would just love to get my goat like that.
Well, that's the way he was.
Yeah. So there was only this one time that I remember getting him, and it was at a belt alarm. So I'm at a belt alarm, right? A belt alarm being a house fire, but this was an apartment complex. So we were on the back side of the apartment complex. It was me and Mario Ahrenswig, and we're on a ladder, and there was smoke billowing out of there was smoke up against the window, and Mario says, "Should I break it? Break the window and go in there and access the?" And I said, "Stand by, just stand by." So I started calling the chief, which was him. 3005 Alpha to 2112 Alpha. Once, twice, 3 times. I said, "Mario, go ahead and gain access to the through there." So he went in there, he broke it, he went in there. Just that moment, Chief Mojica comes around the corner.
What the hell are you doing?
Only slightly colorful, more colorful language, but he looks it up at me and he...
Get him the hell out of there.
And he's, "What the F are you doing?" And I'm on the ladder. I come back down and I said, "I was calling you, Chief." He goes, "Who the hell authorized you to break that damn window and get in there?" I said, "Chief, I was calling you over and over and over." And he says, "No, you weren't." And my heart was pounding out of my chest at this moment. He was quite an intimidating man. And I said, "Look at your radio." He wasn't on tack 2.
No.
And oh my gosh, the feeling I got when he looked at it and he turned it on tack 2 and he looks at me and he just walks away.
Don't you tell anybody about it. I might not make it.
Talk about a gamble. That was literally like Russian roulette. I said, "Well, if it shoots, it shoots." But yeah,
that's awesome.
One of the only,
You don't get one over on that man very often.
Get over
so
anything.
You better relish it.
Yeah, so I do miss him to this day. One of the best Chiefs I've ever.
Oh yeah, he was a good guy.
Great guy.
So I want you on your A game tomorrow. And I plan on, as soon as you make a decision, I need to know. I want you to text me, call me, something. And I want to know. And I want a picture of him with you with your arm around him. And a sign that has his name. Like a little marker on a piece of paper. You know, this is Farquaad, or I don't know.
Lord Farquaad?
Lord Farquaad.
Oh, my God.
But, you know, I don't want to influence you. I want you to come to that, you know.
I'm going to try my best. And I will... Because you really got to get to... Because Joker was just so obvious.
Oh, yeah. He looked exactly like Matthew Modine. Yeah, I think that was the guy.
So this is going to be I don't know if I've ever met this guy. But we'll see.
I can't wait. I'm excited.
I'll do my best.
As soon as you get there at the station, I want you looking for this guy.
I'm going to be like, "Holy Jesus!
Holy Jesus!" So what are some of the nicknames over the years for people?
Shanana.
Shanana.
Oh, I love that one.
That was an obvious one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, Joker.
Flaco.
Flaco, because he was thin. Flaco means thin.
Yeah.
Of course, yours, Seniles. We've had everything from Louis Poof.
Yeah.
Louis was... Louis had a bunch of them.
Don Francisco.
Don Francisco. He had so many of them.
Yeah.
Let's see. El Venao. To this day, I don't understand. I don't know why they call him El Venao.
Which is deer.
Which is the deer.
Like a buck.
Yeah. La Maja. I don't know why.
Mahia. I think it just...
Yeah. La Pechuga.
La Pechuga.
Why?
He told me that when he was a kid, he was fat, and they called him, it's chicken breast.
Yeah, it's chicken breast.
It's
exactly.
chicken breast. I think he was a little top heavy.
Oh.
And maybe that's why.
Oh, gotcha.
Because he was a real chubby kid.
Sure.
So they call him La Pechuga. And I have so many fond memories of that guy. He was a good guy. Bless his heart. Oh my God. Another one we lost.
We did. The thing about our careers is that, you know, we've lost so many of our really, really good friends, and to have been a part of that over the last 30 years, to me means so much, because I don't know if it means what it means today. And I guess I could ask one of the young guys, but to me it means so much more. It feels like a different department, doesn't it to you?
Oh, it is. It's a totally different
in those
department.
Days,
Yeah.
It just feels
Well,
just so the camaraderie and
it's different. But, I mean, it's the natural progression.
Yeah.
Every fire department goes through it because the old guys, the young guys,
Yep.
get old as the old guys retire. And then all of a sudden, those young guys are now the guys that are old, and they're going to retire, and they're replaced by young guys.
Yep.
And it's just it's a treadmill,
Yeah.
you know. And right now, we're at that point where we're going from an older one to a younger one. So I mean, it's just natural.
And it's funny because I think about the day that I'm leaving, right? And we went through this with you. The day that I leave, they're going to be guys are going to say their goodbyes, and we love you, Cap, and this and that. And then as soon as you walk out the door, the tone's going to go off, and they're going to go to another call
Without you,
and you're gone. It's
and
over.
they'll be just fine.
Yeah. It's the end, and you can't go with them.
Yep.
You can never tell them what to do again.
Yep.
You can never lead them, and that's it.
Yep.
And that's something I'm trying to deal with. I'm having a little
It's
trouble
hard.
with
I'm
that.
telling you now,
Yeah.
it's not easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not easy, man.
Yep.
Look at me. I'm back at work.
Yep.
And I have a good feeling again. I'm much happier back at work than I was retired.
Good.
And it's not that I didn't enjoy being home, but I just, something was missing. And I felt I was too young to be missing that already. I wasn't quite at that age where I was ready to give up everything.
Sure. Wow.
Yeah.
And on that note.
And on that note, it's time to go.
Yeah.
One more thing. This needs to become a regular segment. Okay, I need to come up with some kind of a theme or announcement for it, or a sound or something where we can do. How many days does Dave have?
Oh my.
How many days you got left, Dave?
I would say.
Did you put that app on your phone yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, jeez.
Generally speaking, just a general kind of. If I have 7 months to go, I got 70 shifts to go.
Wow.
So we'll go from there.
Make the best of everyone.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Yeah, because truth be told, I don't want to put the app just yet because I don't know what's going to happen regarding the pension yet. We still don't know.
It's still up in the air.
It's still up in the air.
Up in the air.
But if it were to be true that I leave, my last shift would be December 30th. Not the 31st.
Right.
It would be the 30th of 2022. So from here till then, it's approximately 70 shifts.
Cheers.
Wow. 70.
Every time we do this,
Yeah.
you'll be 7 days closer. All right. So for Old Man Esparza
Yes.
and the Did They Really Just Say That podcast, I'm Chris.
And I'm Dave.
Thought Brad was here for a minute. And remember, COVID is coming back. Monkeypox, possibly in Nuevo Laredo, right across the river from us.
I heard they renamed it because it was
Well, they're
somehow
trying to,
offending the
yeah.
monkeys.
No.
Now we're woke with monkeys?
No. It's just because it's no longer monkeypox. It's grown beyond that. It's no longer the one that came from the animals.
I thought it was.
So they're going to give it a Greek
the
name. I don't
monkeys
know.
were going to be all
Dionysus pox.
How
or-
dare you call it us? How dare you call it us pox?
How do the chickens feel right now? That's right, motherfucker.
Pox.
Pox. Wait, that didn't sound right. I know, right? That one's not the good one. All right. Anyways, for the chicken pox and the monkey pox, y'all have a good night.
Yes, very good.
Thank you for listening to the Did They
I've
Really
been having
Just
some
Say That
peepees
podcast.
for a while now.
Really?
You can hear more
I didn't
on
see
our
your
website,
eyes yellow.
didtheyllyjustsaythat.com, and everywhere you find your favorite podcasts. As always, the drinks are
Wave
on
at the camera
us.
as you go by. Oh man, it hasn't been recording this whole time. Go Live Vegas Studios, a unique multi-camera social media virtual content creators paradise. We offer high-end services using live streaming and film production for your personal or corporate, commercial or event, and campaign needs. Pre-record or live stream to your audience on multiple social media platforms simultaneously. Fun and interactive with social media comments, phone lines, live remotes, audio Foley sounds, and Snapchat filters. Be creative, get recognized, and make money. We help you by providing an all in-house production team. Visit our website at golive.vegas.